The arrest of Jack Teixeira, a 21-year-old member of the U.S. Air National Guard, for allegedly leaking classified documents from the Pentagon, has raised questions about how a junior member of a reserve force was able to access top-secret U.S. intelligence. Experts say that having high-level access to information at that age is not out of the ordinary, and changes after the 9/11 attacks may have made leaks more likely. In this report, we explore the details of Teixeira's case and the implications for the U.S. intelligence community. Teixeira worked as a cyber transport systems journeyman, and his job required a minimum of a high school education and a single-scope background investigation. Experts say this vetting procedure is fairly comprehensive and includes looking into a candidate's educational background, financial history, relationships, and interviews with people who know them. While the exact details of Teixeira's job are still emerging, it's possible that his work required access to a wide range of intelligence documents. Dan Lomas, senior lecturer in intelligence and security studies at Brunel University, notes that thousands of people across the U.S. military and intelligence establishment have a similar level of access. The push to get as much information as possible for analysts to use means that access to information that could be leaked is potentially opened up. This push began in the years after the 9/11 attacks, when the failure to share intelligence between U.S. government agencies was one of the key shortcomings identified by government inquiries. It's unclear how Teixeira was allegedly able to print off the classified documents and sneak them out of a military base, either electronically or on paper. Mark Zaid, a national security lawyer, told the BBC that Teixeira's work would have given him access to the Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communications System, or JWICS, which he described as a library of information regarding U.S. intelligence. The criminal complaint notes that there's a log of at least some of Teixeira's work on classified systems, and he searched for the word leak around the time the documents first got mainstream attention in news reports last week. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced a review of intelligence access on Thursday. He said that every U.S. service member, Department of Defense civilian, and contractor with access to classified information has a solemn legal and moral obligation to safeguard it and to report any suspicious activity or behavior. But Lomas says the U.S. intelligence community could be entering a difficult period, and new restrictions will limit information sharing between agencies. To have greater restrictions on information means more of a move towards a traditional type of strict need-to-know principles. Kurt Volker, former U.S. ambassador to NATO, says U.S. policymakers will still want intelligence to get to top officials. You do have to distribute it, but you have to do it in a smart way, he told the BBC. You've got to be smarter than just making it available to everybody permanently. Ultimately, the intelligence system relies on the people handling the data, and this case has raised questions about how individuals are trained to handle classified information. Teixeira would have signed a lifetime binding non-disclosure agreement to take on his role, and releasing classified information could open him up to criminal charges, like the ones he now faces. The intelligence system depends on trust, and this case exposes gaps in the system that will be looked at. The U.S. intelligence community will need to balance the need for information sharing and the potential for leaks in the future.